In 2007, I had a couple of kids from Philly that I was working with. They weren't with you. They were with another local prep school. One took 7 classes over after he graduated. The other took 6 classes over. These kids went to one of the very best college basketball programs in America. The following year was when they came out with that one class rule. Mm-hmm. And when they passed that rule, that was a hurt piece for your program.
Yeah, it was, but what they don't understand, they don't even understand, there's still ways around it. There's still ways around it. You just got to know how to play the game. If you don't know how to play the game, there's still ways to help these kids. Mm-hmm. Because, and it doesn't come from me. I was taught it. I was taught how to play. I was taught how to do these things, how to help these kids, put these kids in position where they can succeed.
You and I have a good friend in common, Mr. Don Jackson. And we were talking earlier, and we were talking about the motivation behind all of these NCAA reforms. And as I've looked at them since, the NCAA was founded in 1906, I really understand the progression of how this stuff came about. And in the 70s, you had an influx of black kids. They just started coming in droves. Up until the 70s, there were none. Yeah. You might have one at Kentucky, one at, Mississippi somewhere, one on a football team. 100 kids, you might have one. By the end of the 70s, you're talking about the teams are mostly black. So beginning in the early 80s and culminating in the mid 80s, you got your first academic reforms. And I think, and Don thinks, and I think you think, that all of this was motivated to try to stem the tide of all the blacks rushing onto these campuses and taking up prominent roles on the athletic teams. Do you think there was some of that behind all the attention that you started to get?
I don't think they want us in school, the black kids in school, because number one, I've always told our kids when they first step foot in Lutheran, we control our own destiny. We own this game. I said, I'm not doing nothing for you. You're doing it for yourself. I'm only helping you get there. I'm only helping you not make the mistake that you're going to make. I'm guiding you through the process. Anything you do here, you're getting on your own. You're going to do the schoolwork, you're going to listen to me, and you're going to do what I ask you to do, or you won't be here. I said, as much as I like you, I like myself even better. So I don't think they really want us in school.
I think it's a catch-22 for them. I think they want Zion on TV.
Oh, they want to make the money off of him.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they like to see this guy jump from the foul line and dunk backwards on somebody. I think they absolutely love David Tua throwing those beautiful left-handed passes for Alabama. Mm-hmm. And if you watch, the SEC football is always that's the height of college athletics is SEC football. Yep. That's it right there. That is the fucking golden whatever. You watch a good SEC football game and you find a white player on defense, I'll give you $50.
Yeah, you right.
I sometimes watch it, I say, am I watching Grambling against, Southern? I mean, you can't find them on defense. You still might find an offensive lineman here and there. You might find a quarterback on some teams. Not a lot, not a lot.
Look at the University of Wisconsin. They'll go get their offensive linemen from the state of Wisconsin, but all their skilled players, they'll come back east.
Yeah, in the South.
Yep.
I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that nigga in the alley. I'm your doctor when in need. Want some coke, have some weed. You know me, I'm your friend, your main boy, thick and thin. I'm your pusher man. your pusher man.